Hello there, good afternoon, and welcome to yet another edition of the program Issues in the News on Silverbird Television. My name is Victor Ita. Today on the program, we are going straight to have a word on the presidential and the National Assembly campaign that has just begun at midnight this morning and midnight today. And we are asking Inec and political parties, how prepared are they for the 2027 general election? What are the issues that would, make the headlines during this campaign season? Is it going to be about issues that Nigerians are interested in, or is it going to be about politics drought? Is it going to be name calling? Let's examine the issues this afternoon. So join me after this break as we hope to look at the 2027 general election campaign season, and we're focusing on political parties and Inec. Join us in the news on Silverbird Television. Victor Ita is here, and we are looking at the 2027 presidential and National Assembly elections campaign that kickstarted at midnight today. And we are asking the question, how prepared is Inec and political parties? To help us answer these and other questions is Honorable John Akaho, who has joined us this afternoon to help us make sense of what's going on, as well as we'll be expecting someone to join us remotely too to help us break this down for us. Honorable, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon for having me.
Yes,
Thank you.
Is remember he is a stakeholder in the NDC. Also, one of the is a candidate of the State House of Assembly election. So we're not focusing on them because it is not their time. It is that of the presidential election and National Assembly. So let's look at how prepared would you say Inec would be for the 2027 general election? Campaign has started. What mood are you expecting to see across the countries and across political parties in Nigeria?
Okay, so good afternoon. Thank you for having me. I would say Inec, we are not starting from zero. I would say we are not starting from zero. Yes. But regardless, we are not fully ready compared to some of the things that play out last week. Yes. Looking at the Osun State election.
Yes.
You know what happened in Osun State election was because you see the security, massive security personnel that were deployed to the state. And imagine if we have
they were sent to control what you politicians do. It's politicians that brings peace. They're the ones that brings the war. They're the ones that start the trouble.
Yes.
So it's because of you politicians. If you guys don't play to the gallery and make the election to be, a competition, not to be a do-or-die affair. Police we don't need to have 20,000, 30,000, 15,000 policemen, and then imagine having 16 governors of APC going to Osun State for an election that it's not a national election. What were they doing in Osun State? So it's what you politicians make of the process. That's why you see they must have to come protect and make sure people are okay, people feel safe to come out to vote.
So that's why I was saying that if the government, we can have all the, like I said that Inec they are not starting from zero, but they are not there yet. If they put all the parameters, all the things that need to be in place. And with the look of things, Inec has done institutional groundwork. And I could see that political parties are already, some of them are already positioning themselves. Like just this midnight now, the presidential election and National House of Assembly kickstarts the campaign. And I was just coming from around Banana Island now, and I could see some political parties, they are ready. I could see flyers, banner everywhere. Just this midnight that it was announced. And I noticed that some political parties are still having some
But you guys started the campaign ever since. It's not as if INEC lifted the ban on campaign activities, just midnight ago. But you guys, we've been seeing you people doing your thing. And you've been quiet about whether it's a campaign or not.
You might say it's a campaign, but people are just doing their underground work.
Okay. All right. So let's do a final one on INEC. So we sit on political parties. Let's look at if you look at the Ekiti election, as well as the just concluded Osun election, look at INEC's performance vis-a-vis these two off-cycle election. Are you very confident in the leadership of INEC to deliver election that is generally acceptable, believed to be credible, that Nigerians will say, yes, that then this Joas Amopiton, SAN, whom we were saying that there are issues here and there, that he has delivered election that Nigerians are happy with?
Yes, what I would say is that it's not to say that INEC is ready to conduct a credible election. Well, I want to say that are the political giants, are the political actors, are they ready for the kind of election that Nigeria can trust?
What about speak to the leadership of Professor Joas Amopiton, and do you have confidence, explicit confidence in him that he can deliver election that you would say as a politician and as a Nigerian, this was credible?
Okay, so with what we saw in Osun State,
yes,
despite that a lot of issues came up and all that, you could see that with the system on ground, there are areas where they are lacking behind.
Yes.
And there are areas where they have done well. I believe if they can actually work on some of the areas, 2027 election, they will do a credible election.
Well, I don't know if you saw the statement from a minister of the FCT talking about Minister Nyesom Wike, said that if President Tinubu wanted APC to win the election, and that President Tinubu would have sent him to Osun State, and that APC would have won the election. I don't know what you make of that statement as a politician.
Wike's matter in Nigeria is a different one. So, and that statement is very, very wrong. It's very, very wrong because it puts the nations that the elections is questionable. That there might not be credible elections.
Do you think he was mistaking Osun State to be Rivers and mistaking Adeleke to be Fubara?
Hey, you see, what will play out in that Osun State is that it's bigger than the political parties matter.
It was the people.
It's the people. You could see that on that very day,
yes,
the people refused to sleep. I was here when we discussed about Osun Decide, and I was saying that the only way we can have a credible elections, we can have rightful candidates to put them in a better position is when Nigerians are ready.
So do you think Lagosians will be ready in your state constituency? Do you think they'll be ready? Now that you are having there are issues in your political party, the NDC, let's start with the state, we'll go to the federal. The NDC in Lagos State, is your party really ready for elections in Lagos State? Because we know there were issues with the senatorial election, senatorial primaries, and that somebody won and then won the primaries, and then some other person's name was submitted. The other person had to fight to make sure his name was restored. I also know of a story where somebody contested as a House of Reps member, lost out, and then came back to pick up a ticket. And surprisingly, House of Assembly ticket. Okay. Surprisingly, that person is you in the studio.
It's me in the studio.
Yes.
Okay, so you see why I say that.
So they told you to step aside. Why are you not stepping aside?
The matter there is
yes.
If they ask you, they've called you to a meeting to discuss this matter, it will be a different thing.
Yes.
I am one of my other persons who contested for the position.
Yes.
I've not been called. I stand a better chance of being the candidate because the election that was conducted, I won on that day, but they said the electoral officials were not around. The election was inconclusive. But if you look at the Inec law of 2022.
2026 as amended.
2026, yes, as amended too.
Yes.
Saying that in the case where there is inconclusive election, then the party's supremacy only allows the candidates who validly going through the process of contesting for that primary election for that position can now be sitting, they will now have to sit down and say, okay, any of these candidates will go for it, not bringing another candidate who never contested for that position and make them to be the rightful candidate. And in the case of that, the only thing that can happen is either the death of any of those candidates or the candidate voluntarily withdraw himself of not going for that position. So it's a crisis. We've been having the issues, and I think the leadership are here now.
Are you really sure the NDC is ready for this election in Lagos State? Because there are other series of issues in Lagos State. If you leave Lagos State, go to other states of the Federation. NDC is one of the youngest political parties in Nigeria,
and which happens to be the hope.
I wouldn't say hope. Nigerians are careful saying hope now, going with that word hope, because renewed hope was promised by the APC, and their hope was that, as many will tell you that their hope has been dashed. The hope hasn't been renewed. So when you now say that political party happens to be the hope, then people are scared of accepting the word hope, because the APC has shown them shege once they went with the word hope.
So what I believe.
So NDC is not also Nigerians. Also NDC is not also the hope, because just yesterday, the Director General of your party, of your presidential election, Peter Ame, resigned his position. As it is now, the OK movement, that's the Peter Obi and the Kwankwaso movement presidential ticket, seems to be in limbo because there's no Director General who can execute that campaign, and campaign has already begun as we speak.
So I believe that the leadership of NDC are watching, and they need to take a drastic actions in order to resolve whatever disputes that is happening in
Do you think they have enough time for that?
There is still time for them to quickly retract whatever the situation is in the party and resolve the matter. I'm calling on the chairman of the party and the state chairman also, and the Southwest chairman to look into the matters of candidacy. Because if we say we want a free and fair election, if you want, can people be able to trust the process that bring every candidate in? Every candidate, some of the candidates, they are entitled to this, but some things are being maneuvered, and you bring in the wrong candidate. It is not on the election days that we say we want the true, the free and fair election. Yes. It is not on the election day we will start practicing that. It is the process that brought every candidate into the system.
You know, many would also say, observers who say, and other political parties who said that, you know, that that your party, the NDC and PDP and SDP and ADC, who were planning to unseat the APC, that you guys don't even have the time, you don't have the ability to fix the crisis in your own political party. And yet you are having a bigger picture of winning the election, winning Nigeria, the presidency, and as well winning gubernatorial election across states of the Federation. But you have inability to fix issues within your party. That Nigeria is a bigger picture, is even more complex. If you cannot handle the little thing that has been entrusted into your hand like a political party, is it the problems of Nigeria that you'll be able to tackle?
So, like I said, that the chairman of the party, which is Senator Seriake Dixie, and the Lagos State chairman, Honorable King Okuneye, and the Southwest chairman and vice chairman, they are here listed. And I would say that they should do everything within their capacity to resolve every matters that involve every candidate. They should do everything that involve every candidate all the matters that involve all the candidates, because it's not only mine alone. Mine happened in my eyes, and it was so glaring.
Let's look at what the other political parties in Nigeria. Yes, I know you are of the NDC, the ADC, and as well as the PDP and SDP. We hear this coalition that is cooking behind the scene, that there's a coalition that is almost come ready, that would, people would collapse their political structures to support one candidate, across board, be it at the state level, be it at the federal elections and the presidential election. Do you think that, political parties forming a coalition is the panacea to unseating the Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration and that of the APC in Nigeria?
I think that happens, I think in 2015, was it 2015?
Yes, 2014, 2015.
2014, 2015, where is it AD with CPC?
With CPC,
they join together and they unseat the president. So anything is possible. Anything is possible when it comes to, because the question is not the political parties.
Yes.
The question is the Nigerians. Nigerians are not happy.
But the political parties
is making Nigeria to want a change.
They want a change.
Yes.
But the people trying to implement the change, which is political parties, are not organized. Look at the issue. Look at Lagos State. NDC in Lagos State is shattered. ADC in some other cities shattered. PDP factions. There are talks of former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan coming back. There are talks of Sandiono, and then ADC seems to be that political party that seems to be somewhat stable. NDC, that people really thought that was going to be that party, is I don't know.
So that is
is it because politics, they say politics is a game of interest? Is it that interest is not aligning in all these political parties?
If politics is a game of interest,
yes,
that does not mean that your interest should not supersede the interest of the people. Now, you are coming, I said something the other time. I said, until politicians begin to have what they are doing,
not seeing politics as a career.
Yes, not seeing politics as a career.
Yes.
Is when we can hold people responsible.
So
for people, okay. They should see it as a means of coming to serve.
Nice place you've gone to. Nice place you've gone to. I agree with you that if politicians have a paid job, it should go a long way to make them not to see politics as a career.
You are coming to serve the people.
To serve the people. You are a politician and you are here with me.
Yes.
Apart from politics, what else do you do?
No, I'm into real estate.
You are into real estate?
Yes. I'm into real estate.
Yes.
And I do my business.
So you are not a career politician?
No, I'm not a career politician. I'm coming to serve.
But by the time you get elected, you get into office, the next thing is that you turn your business into government businesses.
No.
By the time you see big contracts, you change and then you make yourself from State House of Assembly, you go to House of Reps. Let me give you a progression. House of Assembly, House of Reps, Senate, you want to be governor, is that from governor, you go to presidency and all of that. That's what it's a career. That's why you see someone like Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has been in politics from if I can remember 1991, 1992. His running mate, Rotimi Amechi, has been in politics. He started as a local government chairman.
Victor, let me tell you something.
He has been a local government chairman. Yeah. You guys just say, let me just do this one. I'm coming to serve. From one minutest office, you see yourself, and today, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar wants to be president, and Mechi wants to be vice president. Meanwhile, they started when you and I were very young, without even space for any of us to even try to express our own ambition as a people.
Okay, so Victor, let me tell you one thing. I said it. I used to tell people that.
Yes.
You see, people coming into positions, people going into the government governance to serve.
Serve, yes.
It's a thing of the conscience that we have.
Yes.
Now, some people, we have had people who are in better position, who have done well in their area, who have represented their local government, their constituency very well. In Nigeria, we have quite a number of them. I cannot say it in one party, in all parties that have done well. and we have the bad ones too. So now, this thing is talking about conscience. Until we begin to put people who have conscience in power.
Are you sure you're talking about conscience? You're talking about integrity.
Integrity, yes.
Because the point is that politicians don't have integrity. They don't have conscience as well.
We have some
show
of them,
me a politician.
Everyone that has conscience, we have integrity.
Gospel Akpabio has been in government. Started as a commissioner. He started as a commissioner. He has grown. He's never been a local government chairman. He started as a commissioner.
Yes.
Started as a commissioner. From there, became senator, became a governor, and then minister, and now Senate President. And listen, these are politicians. The only thing we know them for is politics. It's politics. Give it to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have known him as a businessman before he became governor of Lagos State.
But Peter Obi, let me say Peter Obi
is also a businessman. As a businessman, if you promote your candidate, you pay. If you promote, your party will get a bill. Yes, the presidential campaign has begun. If you mention your candidate,
but you're also mentioning the candidate.
I'm mentioning a candidate. No,
you're mentioning a candidate also.
But I'm not a member of any political. You are a member of a political party. So if you mention and try to sell your candidate, they will send you a bill. And I know you are very capable to meet those bills.
Even my principal is capable.
Okay, so that's the thing. Yes, Peter Obi is a businessman before he ventured into politics. So it is when you say that politicians should have integrity, I think integrity and conscience is something we should not mention to any, including Donald Trump. No politician the world over has integrity and a conscience. So, because power intoxicates. You people get into power, you have loads of money, and you forget that you were supposed to serve the people.
Okay, so when I was talking about that conscience, see, the good conscience that you have will overrule whatever things that you have in display. Do you understand me? So why I'm mentioning conscience is that when you have a good conscience, if there's something wrong that you want to do, or you have something to do to serve your people better, you will know that no, this step I want to take is wrong. I am here to serve. I'm not here to dictate. I'm not here to siphon or embezzle what belongs to the Nigerians. Yeah. So when politicians have that conscience, you will see a lot of them, they have the conscience and they deliver in their local government. Until you believe that this money or these allocations or whatever thing that is coming to you, it is not for you, it is for the people. You are coming to serve. Until people have that mentality of serving, servant
leadership, yes.
Servant
leader. What you people use to deceive us when you say that you are a servant leader.
Coming to serve.
What do you guys really mean that you are a servant leader?
What
do you mean by when you say you are a servant
leader? You are leading and you are still serving them.
Serving which people? Powerful governors are so powerful, presidents so powerful, members of State House Assembly are also very powerful because they are lawmakers. Senators are so powerful. So, and you put yourself servant leader.
So until that mentality, until people change,
when will that mentality come? When will it come?
On the other mindset,
John, when will it come? Honorable, tell me, when is it going to come?
We believe that as we go gradually, as even Nigerians are working towards a positive mindset of doing things rightly, the politicians adjusting themselves and adjusting themselves to see what happened in Osun State. People stood and said, no, we will not allow this to play out. It is the mindset of the people. The people said, no, we want Adeleke.
And they collected money. We hear that all the political parties, your party didn't even have do you have a candidate in that election?
We don't have a governorship candidate.
A candidate in that election?
Yes, we don't.
Okay, so we're almost out of time. Let me just put in this very last question in 30 seconds, if you may. If you have all the presidential candidates in front of you, and you've seen that campaigns have started, and you have them before the people, what kind of message would you want them to say to the people? Because as it is now, Inec struggles with trust with the people. Political parties struggle with trust with the people. Somebody needs to bridge that gap between the people and the political parties. What would you say to them as we get into the campaign season properly?
Okay, so what I'm going to tell the candidates
yes.
to tell the people.
People, yes.
Is for them to just let people know that they are trustworthy. Let people know that they are coming to change the narratives of the governance.
Yes.
Let them see that they are coming to serve the people of Nigeria. Let it not be like they are coming to be a dictator, causing more havoc in the government. And let them see that they are coming to change the economic, reform the economic structures
of the nation.
Of the nation.
All right. Well said. Because this is the kind of message that Nigerians would love to hear. Well, I've had with me in the studio Honorable John Akono, who is the NDC. State Assembly candidates. Although there are issues, factions everywhere here and there. Some parties parade 2 or 3 candidates and we say, what's the way forward for those political parties? Well, we've been looking at Inec, looking at the political parties as we count down to the commencement of the presidential and National Assembly election campaigns that started midnight this morning, midnight today. So it is the size of our package. It will come your way again next week, Monday. Thank you so much to our guests and for those of you who join us to have a taste of what we have for you politically this afternoon. We'll come your way again. Remember, this program is very much open for you to come do your campaign. Presidential candidates, please come over, and gubernatorial candidates, come over. Political parties, come over. This table is for you, and I need you on that seat to answer questions that Nigerians would love to hear you answer. It is our package for today. We'll come your way again on Monday, God willing. I remain Victor Ita. I am done. I am gone. See you next week. Bye-bye.